Hello and welcome. I realise I said at the end of last session, oh, the last thing we'll do is we're going to place a generator, and then I didn't place a generator, so I think we ought to remedy this straight away. Now, the other thing is we've not put the farm sign down to make this our own, so let's get that done straight away. Let's stick that right near the front. It's not too terrible. And just soften that a little bit. And let's stick the generator down too, which is terribly good value. It is. I think we will stick that if it will allow us at any point. Doesn't really matter really exactly where. What is that? Is that? That's part of the cow shed, so it's probably not a good idea to stick it there. Any of this at all? Oh, no, that's it. Oh, let's. That's novel. I can't put it on my land, but I can stick it in the road. That's definitely different. Right, so there's got to be a space somewhere in our farmyard where this is going to go without affecting too much terribleness, really. No, that actually is well used over there. Now we can't block the road. This is a little bit troublesome. Oh, okay. Isn't that right in the back garden? Yeah, let's go for a little bit of realism, surely. Can we stick it? You'd have thought you'd have been able to do it like there, but it's like obviously too close to that, so... Oh, no. Almost. Would it matter if you stuck it in the cow field? Cows do get used to this type of thing. You could sort of stick it... Well, we could stick B mode and try and B mode, really, because it's not the end of the world. Is that ours? Yeah, I've got to be careful. It has got to be your ground, or else it does have a nasty tendency to like not work. So yeah, we'll stick that there. It really shouldn't, but one of the few things it really doesn't matter whether or not you actually... Yeah, now some of our equipment is terribly badly damaged, namely, aka the cedar. I've just like grabbed it and thought, oh my life, that's a bit poorly. It is a little bit. I'm not sure if we've got I didn't notice a repair point or a shed, but there's loads now. I to be honest, I love the I was gonna say the seed box. I was talking about cedar. Yeah, I love the toolbox. That is a cracking sort of thing. So we may well put one of those down if we. I don't think we've got one. I didn't see. There might be. Yeah, know me. I'll put one down and then. Right, so it's just where the trailer is. I stuck the trailer in already before we started. Let's get this over down to one field. We have got some wheat, but we've got enough cash to probably put a bit of the production down, and we're going to go with the mini self-sufficiency. We may have to clear a bit of land, a couple of these little trees, to make a little bit of room, because this is probably one of the tightest farmyards I've seen do, where there's not a lot of room for anything. Yeah, in fact, we might actually. I'm going to clock the. Yeah, we're not even going to get in here, are we? Someone's like left a trailer in the way. Oh, not a lot though. So, I think the first thing we're going to do is probably to buy a chainsaw. So we're going to need one. We're going to go cheap because we really can't afford anything more than a cheap one. So we're going to go buy for Kaztan's the steel, which is probably the model that I'm most familiar with. It's quite a popular one in Great Britain, the steel manufacturer. So let's go. And this is this one of those. Did I? Oh no, it did register. We may well grab the wood chips up later on. To be honest, I think we should just about be able to get past that now. I reckon. Should. Let's get this done. So then, straw swath. I've got a mod on now that actually does that for me, so I don't need to worry about it. So then, let's go and make the -70 off, and also make this self-unload. And let's also create a new folder, 44, and then we need to come out because it won't let you do anything with that folder, even no matter what you do. It will not let you do that. 1, 2, 3. Go round, generate. And then if we try and save, it won't allow us to do it. Oh. Oh. Well, that surprises me. It doesn't normally. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's proved me wrong. Isn't that typical? All of the times for years I've been like saying that, and it's true. It really has been true. And then like the one time you stick your neck out and say something like that, actually, it's a load of old bunkum. They've actually changed the rules on me. I don't know. So like, straw swath is enabled. We have got the baler 2. And we've also, and what is the Go Wales horsepower? Because it's not one that I'm used to using because I really don't normally use it. Yeah, so Go Whale. We'll go as big as we can. It is a 120 horsepower. So really only the 2 bigger tractors can actually cope with this. And all the what, yeah, that is damaged. So it's got to be this. At the minute is. Can we squeeze past that? I think we're going to have to like sort of. Well, we're going to need to make a bit of room anyway. So I think I've just switched the. I have. Yeah. I think I didn't actually. I must have switched it back off and then on again, as you do sometimes. I literally double did it. Or did I? There's one way to do this, and that's to see what it says. Super strength is... Super strength is on. Right, smashing. That's what we need. Need that for this to work. Or else it's not... Oh, these are horrible trees. It's so hard to get the red to appear. Really, really difficult. It's sort of like a little tiny blip. Switch that super strength off again. So let's grab the baler. I am going to say my words though. We're going to go into a time lapse because there's a lot of work to do, and I want like to get on with the work. So I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. think while everyone's busy, we're going to have to try and like make a little bit of room for what we've got to do next, because there really is very, very little room, and we've got to. Yeah, I think there's a bit of room here. It is a very small production. Nevertheless, we do actually need it, like putting down to begin with. So let's just check. It's exactly like what is ours. Like, yeah, no, so there is a bit of room just past that where all the trees are. What about the farmyard? Can't see. So 43 is the farmyard. It goes all the way down. There's a little tiny bit of corner there. It does right the way go. And obviously field 6 is field 6 with a little bit of extra side. Just see if we can actually get 43 to show. So there is actually quite a lot of room here, right away around, sort of right where we are now. There's a lot of actually little bits and bobs that we could actually do. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have to, yeah, like chop a bit out. We will use the wood chips as well, even if we have to lease the mover to actually grab some out. But we don't want to waste any of these. Are all resources. And they are finite, so it's not something we can afford to waste. I think that's one of those horrible. No, they're not horrible. They're horrible to chop, but they're still trees. Still wood chips, even though it's a little bit. So yeah, I suppose we ought to be doing all of the bits and bobs. I don't want to go mad. I don't really, where there's no point with things like that. They do add so much character to any sort of place, but where we can grab a little bit that is important like that, I think probably would be. And of course we're going to be blocked. Yeah, this probably is a bit of space we really could actually do with reclaiming. Right, who's blocked? Who is blocked? It's not Curly. It's nobody. They're now unblocked. Is that not typical? So yeah, again, probably this is in a place where we could well reclaim just the edge of this back to actually put something. It's going to have to be a very delicate. You know, there's going to be a lot of. It's going to be tight. Brilliant. It is. It's going to be definitely tight. So, trying to think. Production silo. So that's our field of. Is it our field of cow? Is it? I don't know that it is. I think that's somebody else's. But yeah, it's no big, massive rocks there. So we won't do anything there. But this patch over here, behind here, this is all ours. Around all of this sort of bit here. But we can't, yeah, not all of it. Now this bit here, we might be able to do something with. I know it opens the field up a little bit, but yeah, we've sort of got to try to use really the maximum space that we've got. Yeah, it is. This is one of the tightest, and I don't mean tight as Cali is being tight. What I'm trying to say is there's not a lot of room for you to actually add anything in, which adds an element of difficulty in itself. So yeah, I'm not having a go. I'm just saying it means you've got to dig deep to actually get this to do what you think you've got to do. So we will indeed dig deep. Fantastic. Cool. It should be able to self-unload because it really is the right size header for it. Unlike when I had the 12-meter headers and it. Yeah, it struggles really to do it. Yeah, I think there's one more as well. I think this should just about get something, and it is also on the edge of our fields. Yeah, the other thing we ought to be looking is to see, yeah, like going forwards. We saw that, yeah, like there's a lot of likes going on. There is, yeah. We need to take back a look at like how things are going. Yeah, like what. No, I'm not making sense. I apologise. Yeah, let's take a bird's eye view of like how many likes are we going to do? So that's the field that we really like the look of, and that's a genuine like. So this is the field we're working on now. That's the really beautiful field just over there by the lake that we really like the look of, which is a long way off as being able to do it. That is our grass field. There are other fields which were not. They weren't. Some of these are awful, and they really were. Yeah. So I don't know that they all were though. So we shall have a good look around, because I always do like to try to stay. The perfect farm would be around a central location, and the game does allow it. So I'm going to try my best to make sure that is good. So I'm losing my place where we actually are. There we go. That is us. So that's the cow place. That's our field, and this is our other field, and that worker is doing a cracking job. I've got ideas on what we're going to do already. We need the digester to fulfill what I want. We'll stick it, yeah. So yeah, that's not terrible. What I'm trying to do is, if we are going like here, and this is the best, then the centre of this is about there where all that wood is. So we shall see if we can like do something later on to actually make this work. Where is the entrance to the field? Right the way down there. Is there not an entrance closer? I would doubt that, really. Could we squeeze past that? I don't really think you're supposed to. That's the track. There is a set of trees. Although, yeah, it depends on who owns it, really, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to be breaking it. So I think, to be honest, sometimes it's things like this that make you realise it's not really very good geographical, and that I might have to put up with fields that aren't quite as nice if I wish to stay in a central location around the farm, which would be more like this set over here, where all the fields naturally sort of merge and meet. So maybe that we can't go for the fields that we really would like, looking at that, because they're a fair old trek. Let me just check. Sure, because I think these are having a Mexican. Ooh, yeah, they are, definitely. Wow. Okay then. Right, well, that was interesting. Oh, saving. Now then, yes, well. Yeah, I did think actually that we were going to be getting a bit close to the harvester at some point, so it was to be expected. So our yield is going to be very small, which means it's going to be quite a battle to actually make cash, but I'm up for the challenge. Yeah, and it's hard economy too, and I do know what that means. Has been my constant ally or enemy, whichever way wants to look at it, ever since the beginning of FS25, whereas some foolish person said, oh, let's do everything on hard economy. That seems like such a clever thing to do. Not. Right. It's hard to actually see the stubble now. I did hear about this. I did talk about stubble, like special, and I can see what it means. It does mean it makes it difficult to grab your straw, but it is also, like proper. It is like as it would be. So, are you going to do a blot, or can you get past it? Now, I'll give you a bit of time, because they sometimes manage to get past, and then other times they'll sit there forever. I think it's going to sit there forever, actually. I don't think that's going to pull out of that one. So little bales is what we've got, but that is what we've got. So yeah, Callie has sort of said this is what you're doing, this is your equipment you're gonna have, and like that is it. So and as everybody, if you're starting on 100,000, you've not really got the cash to get out of that situation, which is the situation really that a lot of farmers are actually in real life. Yeah, everyone would like good equipment, but sometimes you should be able to make that, but not if it's within the bale right there. Right. That was a bit of a close shave. I think will that get blocked by the bale? They're a little bit temperamental. Yeah, thought so. Always amazes me how bales can like defeat even powerful harvesters. Right, okay then. So let's get this going. Let's go and see how our grass field is going. We do need to get the windrower on that as well. We do, yeah, really though, we need to do a proper windrower course. Wow. Excellent. So I think, oh yeah, I did notice we'd got this as well. Yeah, we've also got a, I don't know how much use it'll be, really, unless it has got straps. Then it could be of use. I keep saying this. One time somebody will actually, so 7961. So we really need to be grabbing something like the move, but I think we'll leave that for next. Yeah, we've cleared a bit of room. We might do a little bit more, but we should. That's going to be a nasty situation, I'm sure. Oh no! Oh, go on then, man! For heaven's sake! A bit of sense. I know. It can't. It's programmed. It's got the sense that it was programmed with, nothing more at all. So it should be this row here, I think. Yeah, it's very difficult to see. That's the thing is, sometimes when you bring in a realism to the game, it sometimes sort of makes you realise how difficult it is, because that makes it completely more difficult than we're used to seeing, and you realise, well, sometimes Giants might have actually done certain things to make things more easy for us, really, more than yeah, let's assist. So that's about 10 odd tons in total. Not a lot, but it is what it is. Well, obviously there was no precision farming data. It was just very, very basic, and obviously we're going to need a scanner as well, or to buy the data, which I think we'll lease a scanner at the very least. Yeah, so about 11,000 litres of wheat is our only asset that we've actually got to work with. And we've still got things to put down to actually do things. So if we were going to go super, we'd literally use all of our money straight away. We have also got the straw mod, but we'd still need to stick down a greenhouse. So all of the, and also I don't know that there's any room for a greenhouse without actually robbing a bit of a field. So again, it's all, yeah, if buts and maybes and like possibilities. But if we do that, we might actually rob a bit of this only field that we've really got, or a bit of the grass field at the back. Because yeah, this is really, this bit of land here is all that we've actually got. And that is a butting field 46, which looks like it's another cow pasture. So yeah, we've only got a little tiny bit of this that you can see if you zoom in just there. It's not a lot really, and that's underneath where that is and going up that very hilly land. So there's not a lot of room for us really to stick anything down. There's rivers and all manner of things, the edges of roads. There was trees and banks and all manner of things there. So yeah, there's not an awful lot. Field 6, likewise, there's a bit of things at the edge, but it's out the way. So yeah, there's not really much we can do over there either. So it's yeah, it's going to be interesting, shall we say? Right, let's see how Sam. No, Sam. Yeah, we'll leave Sam going, I think. Can we? We can. Let's go and grab a windrower and like start windrowing that field, set a course, and then we can bail out, I reckon, next session. I think we've got to get back into a time lapse, though, really, if I'm being honest, because yeah, so all of this area here is all, but you can see there's not a lot of development can go on here, really. Although there is quite a bit of land here. There's an awful lot of like wasted land that is beautiful, but nevertheless be more beautiful if we could actually develop it, so the farm can break out into something a little bit more. So that tree there takes up an awful lot of room, and probably, I do hate chopping the big trees down, but to be honest, sometimes needs must if we've, yeah. Right. Anyway, time lapse time. Let's get this windrowed and then bailed. So yeah, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. think we're going to leave it there because there's way too many bales to finish in this one session. So, and also we're going to have to like gather some of the wood chips up to put the production down next time. So we'll just leave that trundling, and so we've got 14,000 litres of grass. Obviously we've got more than that, but I mean that's what we've got with us now, and 35,000 litres of straw. There is another straw bale down there, and there's going to be quite a few grass bales which we do need to make digestate with to do what I've got in mind. We've sort of got all. I do love that. I think that's really quite witty, very, very funny. Farming Simulator, the official magazine. Wow. It's a real cover as well, it really is, with real people on it from Giant Software, I'd imagine. God, I don't recognise the actual people, so yeah, I apologise for my... Yeah. I'd recognise if it was Miss CDP, and I'd recognise if it was Omatana, but there's some of the others. I know most of the big content creators as well, so... They're probably giant staff. So, right. So then that is the point. Actually, I would imagine no. So there was no productivity. So there's no like secret stash of milk. I like this in a way. We've got 1 litre because this sort of introduces the elements of finance in a way that not many others actually have. I quite like the way that Callie's done this. I'm used to. Like charging around and making a shed load of cow. We could actually stick that there. It would actually fit there. Did we do? I think we might have done a bit of wood chips. Yeah, we did. We done that. So I just don't want to be wasting it. We have got I think we've got a manure bucket. Haven't we got a normal bucket? Does the manure bucket actually pick up more than manure? I mean, a lot of them are like much more than just. You know, like, yeah, so no, it's not that. It's the Albert. No, it doesn't pick wood chips up, does it, typically? Yeah. We could grab a bucket. Might be the cheapest thing, because it's probably about the same time. Being as money is such a tough thing on this Let's Play, I just don't know why we don't just buy... a bucket. Yeah. We could buy the universal bucket. It's not a lot bigger, but it is a little bit. So yeah, almost twice as big and a little bit cheaper, I think it was. Yeah, just a tad. I didn't want to make it too silly. It's one of the very first mods I ever did in the game. So I think we will buy that, and we will grab the wood chips. I should put BI Industries on it. It's because it's such a long time ago that I actually did that. Yeah, it's a work in progress. I'm just trying to get to. I wanted it to be realistic in so much. I wanted it to be a double. I also wanted the metalwork to. I also wanted it to be solid, but I did want like straps on it too, and I cannot figure out the straps no matter what I do. So it'll happen. One day it will. I'm also have been studying under quite a few experts. Still can't get. I cannot figure out why mine don't work when I do exactly the same thing. So I must be missing something that's a secret that they know. So right. So fantastic. Not bad. Well, obviously there's in fact, let's have a look. Yeah, so will it show us what we've actually got? 50,000 litres of straw. Now, that includes, I think that is actually probably, no, it probably includes what we've got as well, by the look of it. 41 litres of slurry, 1 litre of milk, worth 674. Amazing. Grass, 91,000 litres, hay, 9,000 litres. So we will next session, we'll grab the wood chips with the buckets that we obviously money is a real, we've got to dig deep, as I don't think I've ever dug deep even since the beginning of FS25 really. I think we're going to really, yeah, this is going to come in handy in the back end, even if it's only like 5,000 litres of wood chips, because this is going to be really one of those Let's Plays where money, we're going to earn every penny that we actually sort of do. Yeah, I'd forgotten about the... I thought, oh, we're not doing badly, are we? And then I went to take the loan, because obviously we'd got that drop, and I thought, oh my life, you never paid the loan back, you Wally. So that, we at least were in the black by 37,048. Yeah, we'll get everything away, and obviously get those grass bales off, which I believe it's saying it's finished, so I believe it. So yeah, we've just the grass field and this. Oh, okay, well, you didn't quite finish, I don't think. You've not run out of fuel or anything, but well, I will say you did well. Yeah, you might not have finished, but you certainly definitely did well. That's a bit bizarre. Ooh. I keep meaning to make something like the bale pusher as well. Yeah, because I know roughly how to make one. I know... not put your back down, I was going to say. Why am I not picking up? Because my pickup is definitely down, but the back is up, so... Let's get this last little row done, and to be honest, I think we've done fairly well. I mean, the little tiny bales, it's... Again, that's what I'm saying. You've got limitations that have been introduced by the map maker that is really clever, and yet you've still got all the resources that you would have. You've just got to dig deep at the very beginning, and in a way, it's quite nice to have that additional challenge. I mean, we're stuck that we've got to use the equipment we've got, because we really are in that dilemma that a lot of farmers are in, that you've got what you've got, and there's no way out of this except by plugging along with what you've got and actually trying to sell the little bit of stuff that you've got. Now, I will assist as well as I can. We've got a fighting chance, due to what we've got, to actually make a bit of mineral feed, but it will be a bit, yeah, because it's only as much as we've actually got product. So yeah, it is going to bring in a bit of cash, but it is hard economy. And obviously the other thing is, as I said, I've also reduced this self-marketing to a real minimum, so it's not going to help like it normally would, which again, I'm glad. I want to feel hard economy as it's supposed to be felt. It's not supposed to be easy. I was saying that the last few Let's Plays I've actually done, I'd sort of got quite used to... Oh no, I'm trying to empty the... I mean, we have done well, really. When you consider what we have done, we've got 37,000. We sacrificed the field. We can't sell any equipment. We had 100 grand on hand. I don't think, all things considered, we were exceptionally lucky with... Well, we needed a bit of luck, and we were given a lot, really. I mean, we had all that equipment to sell, and then, obviously, we had the... we've got the Osdock and drop as well. So, I mean, we could sell those and make a little tiny bit of cash, and obviously, yeah, we could, but I'm happy with what we've with what we've done. It's really quite amazing. So yeah, we're gonna have to, again, we've got what I'm gonna put down. I call it the Swiss Army knife for farmers. It will assist us. We can buy some things like rocks and stones and make a bit of lime. We can buy a bit of salt and get a tap fitted and that type of thing, and make a bit of lime, a bit of fertilizer. We've not got any. We can't make a lot of fertilizer at the minute, but when those cows properly start to produce even a little bit of slurry and a little bit of manure, we will be able to make ourselves a little tiny bit of fertilizer ourselves, or we just use manure and slurry and the equipment that we've got. As much as I don't particularly like it will get the job done. And sometimes I've seen it in Great Britain. I saw the other day a farmer doing a massive field, and he got 3-meter equipment, and I'm like, oh my life, I cannot imagine. That is so soul destroying. I really a 3, and I thought, that farmer, he can't afford it. It's expensive, equipment is, and not all farms are doing really well, especially the small holdings. So I thought, he's stuck. But he's like making ends meet. He's like, obviously he's got a family as well, probably, that he's like looking after. And by the time he's like spent that, like the money that he's got looking after his family and trying to make ends meet, he's not really got enough to like break out of this thing. But the 3-metre equipment, it gets the job done. It just means he's longer out in the fields, and he knows that, and that's what he's prepared to do. He's digging deep, and that is what farmers have got to do a lot of the time. So this Let's Play is really going to be one of those where we've got to dig deep, and I've literally pulled out all the stops. I've removed anything that is going to make my job easy. We've got 37,000 to spend on trying to make this, which is like, say there's one, I'm glad I made the mini self-sufficiency, because that really is going to be our saving grace, because it's the only thing that I can really afford that really will do. And this is, as I said, the Swiss Army knife, and this is a little one that I made, the mini self-sufficiency. What have I got to? Oh, I've got the old model still. Aha. Yeah, this is the mini self-sufficiency, 17,777. It is going to leave us just under 20 odd grand. Luckily, we've got some bales on that we can do, mix a bit of TMR. So although I said, oh, we're not going to mix any TMR, well, yes, we are, because we've got no choice, because we can't afford to do anything else. So we will, in time, make some of our own. Actually, that would actually go there. But again, well, this is what I was trying to say. The middle of our endeavour, probably it would not be a terrible idea to be around where we are. So it wouldn't hurt if we did do it about right there. Really? It's going to take a minimal amount of off the field. Can we actually make that sort of... Oh. No, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to see if we could sort of do that. It's still going to steal a little tiny bit of field, but this is a mod that I deliberately did for tight spaces. It's clear, the area it clears is literally around the base, which I wanted it to be this kind of mod, because this is how I've often played. So have I done... No, that's standard. Yeah, it's not got free mode on. Now then, I'm at toggle free mode off, so it must be on. Right, okay, so that should just about... So yeah, and again, that's without B mode as well, so we should just... I keep meaning to drop this down as well. Let's just do a little tiny bit of... I do actually like this. Yeah, we need to also like level just that little bit there to get rid of that bit of... And then we will put that down. I do like this. It's... Right, let's just do the bit so we know where we're actually going. So that is our very first thing that we're going to do. Do we have the buy point close to this, being as it too is in the middle of the farm? Or do we stick back? I think that would probably be closer to the farm. We do want a tap. I don't want it... It's useful if it is, but I don't know if there's enough room. We might be like going close to the... Yeah, I keep meaning to drop the model. I might actually do it straight after this session, just because it's... Yeah, you can see underneath it, and if I drop the model a little bit, it will go into the ground, which will give you the room to actually sort of do that. So, yeah. So this, as I said, for those who are not used to like the channel and seeing what the... Oh, we have got a dairy. Oh, wow. Amazing. So let's have a look at the cycles. 10 for 20. Oh, buffalo. My favourites. Butter, 3 for 45. Yeah, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And the cycles, it doesn't look terrible, to be honest. I normally do my own, but if we've been given one for absolutely free, we shall see what we shall see. See if this can actually keep up with like what we need to do. So this is quite amazing. Obviously, these are standard cows. I suppose we could do a mix and match, because I mean buffaloes, they are really quite amazing for the butter side of things. So yeah, the mini self-sufficiency, we can... What I was thinking we would do is the mineral feed, which is this one, wheat. So we've got our own straw, our own wheat. We need to buy a bit of stones. We can make our own digestate with the silage and digestate recipe. which will produce half of the, obviously the amount of more grass we put in, the more digestate we get out, and that will enable us to make the mineral feed, which is worth a reasonable amount. It's not stupendous, but it's not a bad little thing to get into. So really all that we've done, and it is like multiple things that we've had to do to make this work, we've actually managed to do that. So that is quite amazing. So let's just have a look at the prices at mineral feed. And it is a fairly decent one for hard economy. And obviously if we're going to stick our own thing, we can add an extra third on to the mineral feed, and you will get that too. So mineral feed should be at M, I think. It should, oh, okay. Huh. Why can we not see mineral feed? That's a bit odd, is it? I can't see. That's a bit odd. It's not, I cannot see mineral feed at all. And it should be an M, really, unless it's classed as natural wood malt. Oh, yeah, there's a couple of mods as well, aren't there? So it could be in a special sort of thing, I suppose. I thought it was like with the... Huh. Well, that's a little bit odd. I've never seen mineral feed. Well, we're going to make mineral feed, and we shall see what happens, because I, for the life of me, cannot see mineral feed in the M's at all. Am I... And milk, manure. No, mineral would be I, which is down here. So definitely missing. So for some reason, mineral feed is like missing off the map. It's a bit odd. Obviously, there's certain things by the look of it. It's yeah, it doesn't actually understand what is what. So yeah, we'll have to have a look at this. Wood chips. What is the best price? Yeah, that is about right. So at the best in January is worth about what you'd get on hard economy anywhere. So, yeah, we've got a fighting chance. Obviously, we will sort out why the mineral feed is not showing. And again, it is that it could be something that's not quite right on the map straight away, because it is like it's day of release as far as I'm aware. I've been on last couple of days and it wasn't on until today at dinner time. So. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this exceptionally close Let's Play on a cash perspective. So yeah, this is, we've done all the work that we've got to do. Obviously not bar fertilising and lime, and we've got the entire winter now to try to rustle up a bit of manure and like, or a bit of fertiliser and lime and all the rest of it. And as I said, I don't mind us buying the stones in to make the lime because it's cheap, and the salt likewise to make the herbicide. So yeah, we'll get cracking. So yeah, all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.